Hi, welcome to this week's vlog. It's Monday. It's currently 12:45. I'm actually gonna use this bag today. This bag is so cute. I really like the handles on it. What I am bringing with me today, of course, my clutch. You know, it has all of my important stuff in it, like my keys, wallet, ID, everything important. Then for like personal products, like body care products, I always bring a hand cream. When I was actually this weekend, I went to Sephora to get some things and I tried that blue and silver hand cream that a lot of people rave about. Honestly, it was nothing special in my opinion. I was like really excited to try it because I've been wanting to try that hand cream for some time and it was nothing special. Then this is the sunscreen that I'm wearing today. I'm not gonna wear my super strong one. I picked up this one from Bath and Body Works. This is the Costa Rica SPF 50. I've had it on for like 2 hours. It feels good on my skin. I don't have any sort of reaction to it. So hopefully it does a really good job of protecting me. I'm gonna bring it with me to reapply it throughout the day. Then for my face, I would usually bring my regular hypochlorous acid spray. But again, when I went to Sephora, I had a birthday gift. In the little set, there was the Tower 28 spray. And I heard good things about this. So I've been using it. I really only used it yesterday. I'm gonna use it until the bottle is done and then make my decision if I want to buy another one. But I already have another hypochlorous acid backup here that I've had for some time that I definitely want to use once I'm done with the bottle that I have now. So in the cases I do get the Tower 28, I won't really restock it for a while. Then another facial spray. I always like to bring an antibacterial one and then like a hydrating one. I love this VT PDRN one. I would bring my newer one, but I'm almost out of that one. And I use that one much more in my routines. So I'm gonna keep this for like my out and about spray. I'm gonna bring my Vaseline balm so that I can bring my perfumes. In other seasons, I can really just put my perfume on me and it lasts, like when I do reapply it. But I've noticed that lately, me just reapplying it onto my skin, it doesn't allow it to last as long. So I'm gonna bring this with me to do like the extra step so it'll be more effective. And the perfumes that I'm wearing today are my Athena Golden Vanilla. And because I'm wearing the Bath & Body Works Costa Rica sunscreen, I have the Body Splash 2, which I didn't even notice. I only got that one in store because it smelled the best out of all the options. And today when I was looking at my perfumes, I realized this was sent to me in PR. I didn't even notice I had this fragrance with me. So that ended up working out perfectly. And then I'm gonna bring my Abib Sun Stick. I'm pretty much almost done. I did spray something last night by mistake, so I have a little bump, but usually these go away in less than a day, so I'm not too worried about it. Then lastly, some oil blotting sheets. I've been using these a lot lately, especially in the summertime. Just from me using sunscreen, I realized my skin gets a little bit more oily, which is not a bad thing, but just to prevent it being like bad for my skin, I've been using these. And that is everything I'm gonna have in this bag for today. So also, look how cute these sandals are today. I also went to Old Navy yesterday. I remember they have like really cheap flip-flops and I bought like 3 pairs and a bunch of tanks. This is actually one of the tops that I got yesterday from Old Navy. Super cute. And even though I do want to get lunch, I'm staying on track. I already had my lemon water this morning. I'm almost done with my tea. I have just like really a sip or two left. I think since I do want to get lunch, I'm gonna bring my supplements with me so that I don't forget to take them. And I also do want to start juicing, but I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll probably get like I don't want a juicer because I know it's more effective, but I've heard they're really hard to clean. I actually had one in my house growing up and we got rid of it because after a few times of using it, it was just so annoying to clean it. So I think I'm just gonna buy a blender and do like the straining with the napkins. Like I'll do the extra hard version if it means I don't have to clean a juicer, because those things are hard to clean, especially with how frequently I want to use it and how frequently I want to make these juices and how many different juices I want to make. Yeah, I'm not gonna be cleaning a juicer every single time. This is also so cold by now, but I have to finish it. I'm drinking my Kenya black tea today with the other half of the lemon from my lemon water and honey. I'm already looking forward to drinking my spearmint tea tonight. Okay, so now that I'm ready to go, I'll see y'all again once I'm in the car. Okay, so we're at HEB now and it looks just as busy as it always is. I really am never, I hate going to like really busy or like anywhere with a really big crowd. I don't like to be. I only want to come here because one, I heard the food is better and the fruits and vegetables are like fresher, which I definitely want to be aware of that if that is true. And I heard the prices here are really low. Usually like our go-to place for groceries is Kroger. I think their stuff is pretty good quality, the prices are really good, and then we have a Kroger card, so we get like really good discounts and sales and everything. But if that's better here, I also want to have this option. I won't come here all the time only because I can tell how busy it gets. I wouldn't want to deal with a crowd like this every time I do groceries, but to have like a good second option of somewhere to go if like I need to do a really small trip on like just like a few fruits or something, it'd be good to have this as an option. I'm gonna consider bringing my camera in there, maybe, depending on how many people. I also don't like filming in public where there's like other people and children. I don't like to put children, especially children that aren't mine, I don't like to put them on the media, or just people in general that just might not want to be on camera. And with how busy it looks, it's gonna be really hard to avoid getting people in the frame, but we'll see. Okay, so like I assumed it would be, it was like way too busy in there. I was getting anxiety because every 5 seconds I felt like I was gonna bump into someone, and the prices honestly didn't look that different from Kroger. And not only that, but the only thing I would really see worth like buying because of the price and how they look was the flowers. It did have really cute flowers, but I don't need a new bouquet yet. Initially, it was just a matter of me being out of lemons, but then I started noticing the little things that I was missing. So we need eggs, lemons, olive oil, ricotta, because in that pasta I'm making tonight, well, I was gonna make it yesterday, and I considered putting ricotta in it, but because I didn't want to go to the store, I was like, oh, I could just make it without ricotta. But now that we're going to the store, I'm gonna put the ricotta. Yogurt, blueberries, bread, deli meat, chips. Not for me because I don't eat chips. We're gonna go into Torchy's and I'm gonna show you guys what we get once we get our food. I'm probably gonna get the same tacos I always get. The Democrat, Republican, and some backyard something. I don't know. I'm gonna show you once I get them. Okay, so we just finished getting everything from Kroger's. Like I mentioned earlier, the total was like $90, and then once I put the Kroger card, it dropped to 67, 66 or 67, something like that. But that's what I mean by I enjoy like the sale from Kroger's, and pretty much every single thing that we got was on like a discount. So, but it is supposed to rain in a little bit, so we're considering going to the gym. Maybe not. I think we can make it. All I have left to do today is go to the gym before I have to cook dinner, so I would really like to. It's only 3:16, so it's not really that late into the day, so we'll see. I'll talk to you again once we're back home and then decide what we're gonna do with the rest of the day. Okay, so I'm back home now, and I still did all the groceries away, but I didn't bring my vitamins with me because I figured I didn't have anywhere to like put them in, so I figured I could just take them when I get back home. I left them on the counter so I wouldn't forget. So just for a like review, if I haven't mentioned it before, but I take 5 supplements / vitamins in total. 2 of them in the evening, my magnesium and zinc, I take them at night, and then in the daytime I take D3, biotin, and then vitamin C. It did start raining already, and it is a pretty like big storm, but it's still a little early. It's only 3:36, so if by like 5 the rain is gone, we might go to the gym. If not, no gym today, which sucks. I definitely don't want to get back on like a regimen this week, but I could always start tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't storm like this tomorrow, because it was sunny all day. I didn't expect the weather to get like this, but with it being this early, I have time to film something, get something else out. I'll probably use like this time now before dinner to do that. I honestly might take an early shower today. If I have like, whenever I have the luxury to do that, I like to do that, so I don't have to be like up super late doing my routines and going to bed like really late. I might take an early shower. All I have left to do really are film a few clips and then just plan stuff. So if by 5 the rain hasn't let up, I'm just gonna take an early shower, make dinner, and then go about the rest of my evening so I can go to sleep really early, because I've been enjoying waking up around like 6, like between 6 and 7. That's like a really good time to wake up to have my day flow pretty well. I also do have a little bit of laundry to fold, but I'm not worried about that till later on. So I'm gonna first put all these groceries away. I would show everything that I got, but it's pretty simple, like stuff, just blueberries, yogurt, the ricotta cheese for tonight, eggs, bread. Hey girls, it is now Tuesday. It's currently 4:16 and I just finished filming a YouTube video. I got up not super early this morning. I like to be out of bed by like 6:30, 6:45. I didn't get out of bed till like 8:45. That was only because I was able to get some of this morning's work done last night. So when I woke up, I was like, I have the luxury of getting some extra rest. I'm gonna take the luxury of getting some extra rest. But even in doing that, I did get like up at like 7:40, but I stayed in bed, but I was working. I was like answering emails, comments, like things like that. Which, speaking of that, I've lately been kind of like not super on top of answering comments and messages like I was before, only because it's starting to get a little overwhelming. But I feel really bad having been so active in my comments before and then not being as active now. I feel like every other time I tell myself I'm gonna sit down and answer comments, I tend to do so and then I get distracted into something else. I went a little better at managing my times, so we're starting to get there and starting to build a really like functional routine. I think for dinner I took out chicken breast. I'm thinking of making some like lime chicken. I've really been enjoying putting lime in my chicken lately. I think I'm gonna make some chicken breast with lime. I was gonna do like a pasta. I was gonna take out my chicken legs today and make them with mac and cheese. I've been wanting to make that, but I made pasta last night, so I don't want pasta again today. So I'm gonna make chicken breast with probably rice, veggies. I'm not sure what veggies I'm gonna use, but obviously I'm gonna make some sort of veggies, probably like broccoli, or last time I made green beans, I really liked them. So I think I'll make broccoli or green beans or carrot, something like some sort of vegetable arrangement assortment thing, and maybe some beans to have something liquidy, something saucy. It is Tuesday though, so I could make something with like corn salsa, but I had tacos yesterday, so I'm not needing any today. I did also drink my lemon water this morning and my tea. I also did already eat breakfast earlier. I had scrambled eggs with spinach and then my air fried potatoes. I've really been enjoying eating these scrambled eggs and potatoes. I just added spinach today because I wanted some sort of vegetable. For my fruit this morning, I had a banana. Instead of my usual blueberries, I had a banana because they're finally ready to eat. It was like a perfect banana this morning. And I already took my supplements this morning, so once I get back, the only like main dietary things I need to remember is to drink my kombucha and my suja, and then of course my vitamins at night. But that's like what's that word that's like natural for me to do when I'm putting my tea and everything together. start, this lighting is kind of awkward. I've never talked while having the camera here. It's full of my towels, but it is Thursday. It's currently 5:47. I'm done with everything for the day. I actually had a pretty, really productive day. My day went really smooth. I think I did a really good job at like scheduling out my week this week. I definitely feel like this light is like way too bright on my face right now, but I already have the camera set up, so. But I did get everything done to make sure my video goes up at 6 today, so in like what, 12 minutes. It's episode 2 of Hot Girl Hygiene, which this week I did physically versus chemically exfoliating for summer skin. I had a little tiny window of time where I was able to sit and like go through comments like I used to. I really haven't been able to do that as much because there was so much coming at once, and I was so busy to where like once I got done with like all my work for the day, I didn't have time to answer. And then if I tried to do it in the morning before starting working, like it would cut time too close where I wouldn't get myself up on time. So it was hard to fit in time to do that as much as I used to, but I did enjoy. I didn't get to get through all of them. I'll probably try to keep doing so tomorrow or Saturday, but nonetheless, I definitely did enjoy going back to like sitting and like reviewing comments. I still need to get to like a good amount of messages, so if you have a message still pending, give me a second. I'll get there shortly. But now that it's late into the evening and I'm actually done with everything, like I literally have nothing left to do work-wise, which is rare. After folding this, I'm gonna make dinner. I was gonna make some chicken legs with mac and cheese, but I did leave the chicken out overnight by mistake. So I forgot I tried to salvage it, not salvageable. I don't even know why I tried to salvage it. So instead, I'm gonna make red beans and rice because I don't have enough time to take out a meat to defrost it. I have the sausage, the red beans and rice in the fridge, so easiest choice, so I don't have to buy food because we've already eaten out almost every day this week. But once I'm done making dinner, we're gonna have dinner, of course, and then do my nighttime routine. And since I'm not super tired tonight and I have time, I'll be able to like, lately, like doing my nighttime body care routine and all that has felt like such a drag. Either I'm like super tired from the day and I'm just like lazily doing it, or I'm having to film it or film parts of it, and it's just like, but today I can really, I have the energy in me and I have the time and I have like the space to myself. So I'm done doing that, I could really just go straight to bed. I do have a little bit of a busy day tomorrow, but I'm also doing a lot of maintenance tomorrow. I need to do a pedicure, I need to wash my hair, do my manicure, shave, everything, shower, all the usual Friday things, except this is just the week where me toca to do my pedicure. And I also am thinking of making a dessert tonight, just to be nice, you know, like I'm in the mood to be nice today. When I was like thinking about making dinner and like cleaning the kitchen in the morning, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some cinnamon rolls tonight to be nice. Acts of service mood. I've also been having a really good week. I've been really good in regards to like my health. Even though I did say we've eaten out a few times this week, it's all been like pretty healthy stuff. Even last night my Chipotle was like pretty healthy, pretty good. Every day, of course, I've still been drinking my lemon water, my tea in the morning. I've actually been on top of my vitamins every day this week, morning and night. And I've been eating lots of fruits in the daytime. I had breakfast today, yesterday. I have breakfast every day this week. Except for yesterday, I ate a sandwich in like the afternoon instead of eating breakfast. Because I had a really busy day yesterday. I don't think red beans and rice is the healthiest meal. I just started making this because I only know how to make Cuban food and a little bit of like Italian food, like pastas. But realistically, I only know how to make Cuban food and some Puerto Rican food. So being with the man that I have now, lots of the country food, well, not lots honestly, because I don't really like much of it. I just like this one meal, and he loves eating this, especially with like the cornbread. It's like cornbread, red beans, rice. So I make it pretty often for him, and I actually do like this meal, especially because the sausage we get is like a beef sausage. I can't eat pork because it shoots my cholesterol too high, and I also just don't like how pork makes me feel. But this meal, in my opinion, from the way that I make it, which apparently is like the proper way to do it, it doesn't seem like the most healthiest meal, and like the 3 or 4 little pieces of cornbread also don't seem like the healthiest. And then me being extra, I put like the honey cinnamon butter on the cornbread, so definitely not the healthiest. But I've definitely been out of the gym, so I deserve any weight that I gain. But honestly, the weight that I have been gaining has been like going to the right places, so not complaining about it. But I am serious about getting back in the gym next week if my cycle doesn't come. If it comes, I don't know. But if it doesn't, I am trying to get serious back in the gym next week. Even though I keep saying that, I need to actually do it. Let me put this stuff away because it's just sitting here. I just have one load left to dry, which is like the dark towels and rags and stuff. Before this, I folded all the clothes. So all the clothes is washed and then now folded and put away. This is gonna be the first part, or should I say first month, and just a summary that I wanted to start having in the long form, where I can sit, kind of chit chat, have more of like a conversation with you all that's not like super specific, super educational, more of like a summary where we are, like, I don't know, kind of just bring everything together. I plan on doing one of these every single month, kind of summarizing all of my platforms, all of the interactions and conversations that I have on every platform that I have, all the content and media that I share. So I will be posting these at the end of every single month. So we already are into the 5th month of the year, so I definitely wasn't thinking of this in January, February, March, but it's okay. We're starting now in May, and I honestly plan to continue doing this forever as long as I am creating content, have active platforms. So the sections that I decided to have as like the main basis of what these are all going to talk about is to first do a monthly summary discussing everything that I talked about, everything that I shared. And I also kind of want to like highlight all of the videos that I posted short form wise. I put my most effort into making like my long form YouTube videos, the ones that go up on Thursdays. My Sunday uploads, the long weekly vlogs, those, as everyone calls them, are really just like journal entries. I really just bring you all along with me whenever I have an opportunity and talk, showcase what I'm doing. Like, there's really no super strict like regimen over there, so that's more of like a personal thing. But on TikTok, those videos, I'm like really like, I don't want to say strict on, but those videos are very structured. Like I write out scripts for myself. I plan these videos like weeks in advance. I set a schedule every week on like the order that I'm really structured with my short form content. And those videos sometimes take me, in comparison to how long those are versus my long form videos, believe it or not, if you do like a ratio type of thing, those videos are more of a production than my YouTube videos, which is crazy to think of because those are at most 3 minutes long. But I do put a lot of heart and effort into those videos, so I kind of wanted to also have a section where I just go through the videos that I posted for the month, and also just to give an overview as well. I feel like sometimes people ask me to create videos that I've already created before, but me being understanding, I know you haven't gone on my page. Sometimes my thumbnails don't match what the video is about. Like the thumbnail will be something completely different than what the actual video is about because I want the grid to look a certain way. So I can understand requesting a video from someone and not knowing they've already made it. Me, in the way that I create, I've probably already made the video 3 or 4 times. So I feel like it's also nice to do an overview in case you even wanted to see something, or you've asked me to create something and I haven't done so since you asked because it's already been up. So I don't know, I feel like that was just a cute, nice thing to have included. Then I also wanted to include a section within what I think are the top 10 comments that had questions or concerns that I feel like are really good questions, or just like really general things that anyone might be curious about or maybe worried about. And then 10 comments that really caught my attention or warmed my heart. And I say caught my attention, but I do read and look at and respond to all my comments, so I do see everything. I also do like people that are very humorous in my comment sections, because sometimes I feel like me being the creator, I like my brain will tell me I'm too limited to be like as humorous as I'd like to be, or as foolish as I'd like to be. And seeing those comments always brings me back to like, okay, like I have a moment. It brings me back to like, okay, I have a moment to shine. Like, let me go through my stickers, find a good like humorous way to respond so that everyone knows I'm funny. Like, they have to know that I'm funny. But going off the topic, the other 10 comments that I wanted to highlight are comments that really warmed my heart. Granted, a lot of the like conversations or notes from people that really warm my heart, some of them aren't comments, but then others are like in the messages. Like, people will message me things, lots of like personal things, but then also lots of like mothers will tell me how like my videos have helped them and slash or their daughters. I have lots of younger women tell me that I'm like teaching them things they couldn't learn from their parents, from their environment, things like that. Like, just really like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it makes me a little emotional in a sense, because I never thought I could help or impact as many people as I've been able to. So I don't know, it's just definitely something I also wanted to highlight. I feel like those are important things to bring about. Just helping people recover from things too. I've heard lots of comments, people that have certain like skin conditions or concerns or issues in their skin, and they'll tell me like, oh yeah, I started doing this from this video that you made and like it's clearing up, and my dermatologist told me like I couldn't fix this, or I've been working with a dermatologist for like, someone told me they had been working with a dermatologist for 8 years. Their condition only got worse, remained the same, and they were like following my videos for like a month or so, and they literally got results. And I don't want to share my opinion too much on that whole dermatologist thing. Do I believe sometimes they aren't there to really help you to the best of your ability because it'll hurt them? I do agree with that, but I don't think this is a space I don't think this is a space for me to be talking about that. Then another section that I do think will grow in time. For this video, it's a pretty small section, but I do have a bulletin on TikTok that's like a big group chat, but only I can respond. I can message, and then others can either react or comment to my messages. But I also built like a group chat where I have to like approve people to get into, and I in there asked for those, like that group of people, to send me like tips that they want to share, because I also feel like it's really important that if I have a community, like, we can all help each other. I've learned stuff from people that have left comments on my videos, so I figured, okay, like, why don't I let like a section for anyone else to share their, I'm not the only one here with knowledge, I'm not the only one here with tips, I'm not the only one here that has skin, that has like, that is a woman that's been through different like walks through hygiene, but like, I'm not the only one that's done this. So there's things that I can learn too. I'm not the only one that's teaching here. So I wanted to have a little section where I allow for other women or men, I think I have men in this community too, but I let other people also share tips, just so we can have like a well-rounded knowledge here. There's things that I don't know that somebody else might know better than me. So that's another section that I wanted to also have as part of this full concept. Okay, if I don't drink some of this down, it's gonna just spill with how much I move my hands. Then I also wanted to have a section for like personal updates I've made in my personal routines, or just things that I've learned in my own personal sense and my own routines, experiences, trying different products. I didn't try too many new products this month. I've only tried the Cyclar Milky Essence, and then, you know, I've been running that experiment with the Naturium Multi-Peptide Body Wash, seeing if it can replace Dr. Bronner's or whatever. And I did say I would run that little experiment until the bottle was empty, which I think it's like probably more than halfway or halfway at this point, but I've already kind of come to sort of a conclusion. I'm sort of like moving it around, fitting it into my routine where I like it. So of course, I'm gonna stick to my word. I'm not gonna give my full answer until that bottle is completely like through, but I do have notes to share on that little experiment. And then I wanted to have the last section to be my top like tips that I've shared this month, or, you know, I feel like every month, I don't really ever intend to, but somehow like everything falls into alignment and I have like a main topic that I just go over in that full month. Like this month, for example, again, completely out of my intention, but this whole month has been about chemical exfoliants, glycolic acid, Like, I've been talking about glycolic acid every single day. Again, not intentional, but the way that I was posting, the content that I was making, I also do create content based on what performs and what people actually are learning from and asking about, you know, things like that. So the moment I posted the first glycolic acid video, it started a whole conversation to where I had like a million different things to talk about within that topic. So in these summaries, I want to have a section with like tips, kind of whether they're tips that I've just mentioned so many times, I want to just kind of stamp them one last time, or things that I've come up with and I've like kind of realized, hey, like I need to share this with them, but I don't have a specific video I could put it in, or I don't have another way to really tell them because I'm not talking about anything in its connotation. I can just put it in this summary and it's like a free tip, you know? But as I always do, I did kind of write out everything that I wanted to talk about in this video, which is why I keep looking down because I have my iPad on my lap. I'm really excited to do this, and I hope, like, if there's any other like little like sections, or I don't know how to explain it, like anything else I can really add into this, let me know in the comments. I kind of do see this being something I can definitely expand with a bit more, but it is something new that I'm trying, and I'm still trying to like understand this idea that I came up with. So this is our first run. Let me know your thoughts, let me know how you feel about it, any little notes you have. So let's just get right into this video. Okay, so let's start off with our monthly summary, everything that we discussed this month. And I want to start first in the sense of long form videos, so things that I posted on YouTube. And interesting enough, if this is your first time like seeing my page or watching a video of mine, I guess this will let you know of like the type of videos that I do post on here. I did share 4 videos this month. These are like my Thursday uploads. I post 2 videos a week, one on Sunday and it's always a vlog, and then one on Thursday. It's always something like informative, routine, something like that. So I did upload a video with all of my body hair favorites, and I wrote down everything that I put in that video, and I'm gonna say how I feel about them now. Even though this is probably like 3-4 weeks ago, my opinions sometimes jump around. They're usually pretty like solid, but sometimes they jump around. The first fave that I had was exfoliating gloves, and I can double verify that. You all know how I feel about my exfoliating gloves. I have like a very close-knit relationship with my gloves. I just don't know what my routines would be without them. My Palmer's Tahitian Vanilla Body Balm. What's crazy was when I made that video, I was only using that balm. I think my routine was like 3 or 5 times a week, and primarily on like days that I shaved. And out of nowhere, I just started getting to the habit of using it every day, and it's made such a difference. Like at first I figured because it's such a like a thick balm, I don't need to use this every single day. But once I started like using, when I started using my chemical exfoliants more like consistently, sunscreen, I was like, I might as well just, you know, like if I'm tearing down the layer, like this could help build it up. So I started using it every single day, and I absolutely love that balm so much, and I will keep using it every day. I really want them to come out with like another one in the Brazilian cocoa scent. I feel like that'd be really good. The Ivory Sensitive Skin Liquid Body Wash. So I'm just gonna like, I'll talk more about this when the section comes, but that ties into the whole Naturium multi-peptide. I was trying to use the Naturium multi-peptide as like my first cleanser, like my unscented soap, because I'm trying to replace Dr. Bronner's. No, that is not a first layer. Like that just does not clean your skin. It's a soap, it's gonna do something, but it doesn't really clean your skin how like a first layer would. So while I don't have Dr. Bronner's active, I'm using the Ivory as my like first layer cleanse, doing a really good job. And I'll honestly never let that soap go. There's too many benefits in using that soap. I can never like not have that in my home. Then I added the PhD foam wash, my favorite vaginal wash ever. I don't really care to try anything else after that one, so I no extra notes. Body butters, you all know how I feel about my body butters. The only ones I haven't been using super consistently that I keep telling myself I'm going to, and I'm not making any time to do so, is the French Shea ones. I keep telling myself like, you know, I could really use a nice relaxing night and use my, you know, magnesium. I have not. Like every time I say that, I shower, get out of the shower, and I just reach for my Palmer's every time. Like I need to actually start being more like diverse, I guess you could say, with my body butters. I'm like, I stick, even the Naturium one, the Naturium body butter is out of this world. Like 15 out of 10. And I literally like reach and then skip over it and grab the palm. I really need to like experiment more with the other ones. My liquid herbal deodorant, love her. favorite deodorant ever. And come to think of it, since I started using that Naturium soap in the shower, because the Ivory soap I've always used, the only like new soap I introduced was the Naturium. I don't count the shower gel as a, I don't count the shower oil as a soap, it's a shower oil. So the new like soap in my routine is the Naturium, and I would say that since I started using that, I've never had an odor or sweat problem, but I naturally do sweat, of course, and I naturally can, of course, like pick up like my body can create a scent in my underarms if I'm not using anything to like neutralize it. I don't have any antiperspirant on. In the past, when I would use my liquid herbal deodorant at night and then Degree Black and White in the morning, which is still my routine now, when I would forget to put the Degree in the morning, like a little bit getting into the afternoon, I would realize it, because I would be like, oh, I don't smell fresh. I don't smell bad, but I don't smell fresh. Crazy. Now when I think about it, there's been so many times that I've forgotten and like I didn't even notice. Like I think actually like earlier this week that happened to me, I was like, oh, I have my deodorant on this morning, and I was like, hey, like that's crazy. I just remembered that I put it on by like pure memory, not smelling anything, and I smelled my underarms, they didn't smell like anything. I don't know, I just had an epiphany on that. I added my shower sponges, can never be without them. And for everyone that's been looking for them at TJ Maxx, couldn't find them. When I went out of town 2 weeks ago, I went to a TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It was a TJ Maxx or Marshalls over there, whole nother state, and they had them. So check your stores, because they have them in there. There's nowhere else to get those, like the woven ones that I use that have like the knitting. I can't find those anywhere online. I can't find them. I searched them up by the name, the barcode, the serial number. I can't find them. You have to actually go to a store, a department store, and get them, but they have them. Soft fragrances for layering. I just got into perfumes. I just started using real like grown women perfumes, and they're all Arabic perfumes. So I've definitely been using perfume and like one body splash instead of like 3 body splashes. So I would say, I guess maybe in the spring it was working really well, but now in the summertime I've definitely been like leaning more towards perfume as my base, and then a body splash instead of like sticking to like soft fragrances and layering them. So that one's changing a bit as the seasons kind of switch. Aquaphor can never be without hers. I mean, it's Aquaphor. It's Aquaphor. Making my own oil mixtures, that'll never stop. Like I love making my own oil mixtures. I want to try that Preque, P-R-E-Q, something like that. I want to try that oil. And someone told me Athena has a good oil. There's so many new products I want to try. Aveeno body washes, all the Naturium body washes I haven't used yet. Olay, I heard their body washes are good. I don't like Dove. There's a whole story behind that, so don't ask. Misting bottle, never letting her go. Even now that I started using that milky essence, when I first tried it, I thought, okay, I can replace my whole water step with this. No, I still need the water. I put the water and then I put the water and then the essence. The water's not going anywhere. And then my Abib sun stick, love her, especially for my HP. Because if I don't have to say the full word, I'm not going to. Because that word, like, I can't properly say that word comfortably. But the HP that I have here somewhere, like right here, I've been using it to help when I use brightening products there, and working great. Then after that, I made a video with tips to help manage your cycle better, and which is something I've been really like interested in learning. Like lately, since I learned, once I realized they're really like, periods are deep. Like there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on. Like I don't know, I became like super addicted to like learning and being really like conscious about my period, being really like aware about it and things like that. So I did make that video, and I think I want to make a part 2, because since then I've definitely learned more things, and I've like researched and studied more, and like I have new tips that I can share. So I definitely may make another part to that video, but in that one, all of the tips were honestly 10. I know that I had a section that was like hygienic priorities. One of them was to use cotton underwear. Oh my goodness. I can't express the difference in, and I really want to say everything, because I would just say that in like the smell sense it really is impossible to detect or smell that you're on your period. But also in like a comfort level. Before I was using them, I don't know what this material is called. It's not like this material. It's like it's not cotton, it's stretchy like this. You can stretch it and it's like not shiny, but I don't know what the name of that material is, but I was using that. I always have underwear dedicated for when I'm on my period, and underwear that I had dedicated before was that material, and really thin, and it wasn't very comfortable. The pads wouldn't stick to it because of the like adhesive. It wouldn't stick to that material, and there was just so many times where it was like I could smell them on my period. Like I hated it. I hated it, and I tried to find every possible way to fix that issue, but you cannot help control the fact that there is blood coming out of you. You literally can't change that part of your period. It's gonna happen. Like, it's part of the process. So I was like, okay, if I can't change the fact that there's blood coming out of me, how am I supposed to like mask that? Like, I'm clean, I'm constantly changing my pad like every hour, 2 hours. Like, how am I supposed to, because I would put a fresh pad on, and I was like, bro, what is going on? This is so weird. So I'm like researching, I'm like, how, like, I'm like trying to find every way to do this, and I see like some article somewhere that's like talking about cotton and how it's a whole, I'm not gonna explain all that right now, but literally that next day I went to the store and I got this pack of like cotton underwear, and I showed it in the video, the brand that I use and whatnot. Immediately noticed the difference that day, like the whole day, and I was like, beginner's luck. I was like, this is just, you know, first day, you know, it's all in my head, like I'm making myself believe this the whole week. Now what? Like, the problem solved, literally problem solved. Like, and also I made sure, like, when I'm trying things, I do it like a science experiment. Like, I have a controlled variable, and then, you know, like, you know, and then I have the independent variable, and I have it controlled, and then every, you know. So I didn't change nothing else. I was like, I'm gonna put this ultimately to the test. I'm not gonna do anything different. I'm gonna use the same soaps, shower the same, have the same consistency with changing my pads, like do everything the exact same. The only different element is gonna be that I'm changing the underwear that I'm using. Boom, problem solved. Like, I'm telling you, you have to try it. And I also had other tips in there on like symptoms that shouldn't be that bad, like your cramps, backaches. I used to get really bad backaches, and I realized it's because that when you have backaches during your periods, it means that your blood is like blocked, and it's not, like, you're pretty much congested and there's nowhere for the blood to flow properly. So it's because it's backed up, it's like a lot of pressure, and then your body ends up kind of like concentrating that pressure on your back, which is that back pain comes from. So there's like stretches you could do, kind of like ways to hydrate yourself, things to eat. Like, there's a few solutions, but I just thought that having a backache was a natural part of your period. It's not. Like, you kind of, it's one of those things that you kind of do to yourself. Same as cramps. Cramps can happen, fine, but when cramps are like really bad, like can't walk, can't get out of bed, you want to lay down all day, like you're dizzy, you're like excruciating, horrible bad pains are not natural. And I learned that those actually, what determines your cramps is the diet you had the week before your period. So before your period or during your period, you're eating fried foods. There was another thing, you might have to watch the video because I don't remember what the last one was. When I remember, right now I know for a fact the main one was fried foods. Like, things like that make your cramps worse, and like headaches or like dehydration. But I kind of sensed that one, and like low iron. I mean, you're losing a lot of blood, so it makes sense. Like low iron, dehydration, which is why you're always told to like drink a lot of water when you're on your period. That's what the headaches come from. That was kind of a no-brainer, but in the moment on my period when I get that headache, I'm not thinking that. Now, because I've like drilled it into myself, now I understand like I'm the problem. Usually, and honestly now because I know this, I'm able to avoid those headaches because I know like, okay, on my period I have to like double my water intake, like like eat really, like I need to eat as much iron as I can so that I'm not feeling the deficiency that's going on in my, like I'm kind of combating it. But yeah, a lot of those things during periods we kind of do to ourselves. This month I also did start my new series. It's a like summer body care series I'm gonna do for all of summer until like the first day of fall. Then there's a new series, don't ask any questions. But I did post the first 2 episodes. First one being about how to structure your body care in your weekly routine, and the one that was just uploaded this week was physical versus chemical exfoliants, and like pretty much everything you need to know about them, especially in the summertime when you're like aiming for like, you know, like really soft, glowy, plump skin. Now the first episode, hated the intro horribly. Like I hated the intro so bad, but I'm one of those people that once I have the video up, I can't take it down. Like it's the first episode of the series. Like the good thing about it is I am able to look back and like laugh at myself, be like, yeah, like that was horrible. Like, but you did better. So I bypassed it. But those 2 episodes so far I think have had like really good information. Like I'm really happy to be putting out such informative stuff. And like even like me when I'm putting the videos together and I'm like writing out everything I know and like searching stuff up, and like I'm like, dang, like this is some good stuff. So those are all of the like long form videos that I did upload this month. I did have quite a few short form videos, so I'm just gonna go through them really fastly with title. So I have them all written out, so I'm gonna look down while I'm saying them so that I don't like I don't have all the titles memorized. We uploaded understanding what your skin condition may be, how to avoid strawberry legs when shaving, creating my oil mist number 2, which I've been loving, but there's times I do think about my oil mist number 1. I do think about her still, and hopefully next time I go to the store they have that Palmer's Peach and Vanilla oil, because if they don't, I'm gonna have to miss her for longer. We did comparing popular body butters and their best uses, the simple uses of glycolic acid. That was the start of the chemical exfoliant conversation. The correct order to layer your body care products in after showering, how to prep and protect the skin when brightening dark spots, how I'm using glycolic acid for my summer body care, does oil or lotion come first, tips to maintaining clear knees and correcting dark knees, should you be using lotion or body butter during the summer, the correct order to layer your body care products in the shower, non-negotiable rules when using glycolic acid, my personal updates in my current shower routine, the simple uses of salicylic acid, the top 5 drugstore body care products, should you be using glycolic acid or salicylic acid, how to set your weekly body care for summer legs, the correct order to layer skincare products in during the summer, which I did get asked quite a bit to make skincare videos, but I don't know, I feel like I'm much better with doing body care. I feel like also they are received a bit better. I don't know, let me know what you think about the skincare videos. Vaseline, Aquaphor, body oil, balms, which is best for your skin? What do your legs need? The correct order to layer skincare products in the evening. Which chemical exfoliant is best for your skin condition? How to wear sunscreen in your daytime body care routine. Should you try using exfoliating gloves? My thoughts on adding a milky essence into your body care routine. How to fit both chemical exfoliants into your routine. The nighttime foot care routine for soft summer feet. A few ways to never lack moisture in your skin. And that one's especially for during the summer. So those are all the short form videos I posted. If any of those titles kind of intrigued you, if you want to hear more about any of those, they're all up. I mean, they're gonna be up forever. They're on TikTok, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. So definitely feel free to go ahead, look for them, browse, watch them. Hopefully you learn something from them. You get some good tips, some good advice, able to build a good, nice routine. But that is everything for the first section. Breaking down everything that we discussed this month, I want to go on to the next section now and start talking about some comments and just speaking a little bit about some comments that have been made on my pages. I hope that I'm still pretty good in frame here, leaning back a little bit like this. But first I want to go over the top 10 questions / concerns that were in the comments, and I actually took screenshots of the 10 that I wanted to highlight, and I am gonna say the usernames. I figured comments that are like public comments, it also may help if someone wants to like watch the video where this was commented on. It would help to like see the, I don't know, it makes sense to me. So I am gonna use my phone for this. So the first comment is from DatB2, and it says, how do using these interact with sun exposure? And that was about a video with chemical exfoliants, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, but I haven't really well, actually in Hot Girl Hygiene episode 2 I did explain why, but I'll do it again here. So the reason why using chemical exfoliants, whether it's salicylic acid, glycolic acid, really any AHA or BHA, there's multiple. I just always use those two because they're the most common and like well known. But in using any of these, them functioning in your skin, them doing their own separate jobs, is always going to result in the same thing, which is shedding and like getting rid of excess whatever it is, getting rid of salicylic acids, for example, getting rid of like excess oil, dirt, you know, like bacteria and debris that's in your pores. Glycolic acid speeding up cell turnover, shedding those dead skin cells, things like that. So they're both doing an act of shedding. In essence, that is removing a layer of your skin, especially if you're really consistent with it. That layer of your skin is never going to have much time to really be present, because every time there is a possibility for it to come back, you're going to go in with your chemical exfoliant and take it off. So with that, I don't remember the number, but let's say you have like 3 layers in your skin, or you know, 1, 2, 3, with slight like penetrating into your skin. If there's 3 layers and the first layer is dead, you know, dead skin or just buildup of gunk, whether it's oil, bacteria, like whatever it is, the light can't really penetrate to your real skin because it's hiding behind your dead skin. So 1, dead skin doesn't absorb anything, it won't absorb the light, and 2, the light can't pass and reach to your skin because there's so much stuff blocking it in the way. So when you're using chemical exfoliant, that's kind of like getting rid of that. Now that like healthy, fresh new skin is exposed all the time, so when that light comes, it's gonna pass directly into your skin because there's nothing in its way. Which is why using sunscreens is so important when you're using chemical exfoliants, because before your skin was like kind of relying on like that dead buildup to protect it. Now it's kind of like naked, so you need to take that extra step to protect it, to prevent further damage or just doing so much work to get rid of a dark spot just for there still to be light hitting it to maintain it, you know? And I feel like even I wasn't like super aware of that. So if you are using them like chemical exfoliants, you think that they're not being effective, that might be the reason why. It might be the reason why. Then we have a Bundova on TikTok, and they said, can you tip some on your washcloth when using a body wash? This was referring to the glycolic acid, and I think in the response I gave to her, there's really no definite super answer, only because that is something that would really depend on your skin, its tolerance and sensitivity, and the soap you're trying to mix it with. There's just too many factors in like doing that, in like using, because it was in reference to like that glycolic acid toner, like the pure liquid toner from The Ordinary. There's too many elements and factors in the way that you're better off just doing it after the shower. Like I saw a video of someone actually opening all their like shower products and like just dumping a bottle of glycolic acid into all of them, and she was like, oh, like I don't know, that was kind of crazy to me, because you're mixing too much stuff. Like there's too many factors that go into that, to where I gave her, like, I said there's no definite answer, but realistically, no. Like, plus I don't know how you would benefit from that. Glycolic acid is something that you have to have time to sit in your skin and penetrate in your skin. So when you buy soaps that have like glycolic acid inside of them, that formula is made in a way that the glycolic acid is working along with other things to support it, to where it can kind of be absorbed a little bit better, more efficiently, and having water run down your skin won't affect it after. Using a pure toner that is literally made to be put on your skin and left there to absorb, it's not made to do anything else. So I feel like that, like in that method, putting it on, letting water run over it, it wouldn't be effective. If anything, it might irritate you because you're probably mixing it with some other chemicals and ingredients that it can't work with like together actively at the same time. Maybe you can shower with it, get out of the shower and then put it on, but mixing it in with this, I should have just said no. But see, that's why I'm making these videos, because I can't explain it this much in a comment. Hopefully Abundova sees this video. If you do see this video, please let me know. I should have, they need to add like voice memos in TikTok or something in the comment section. They need to do that. Okay, so the next person doesn't have like didn't have a name on their thing. It's just Cheetah Sparkle. So Miss Cheetah Sparkle said, y'all be careful. Glycolic acid can weaken the skin barrier, making it more sensitive. Use SPF. I don't know why I said that when I just explained, well, I just explained that part. So I guess it's nice to add a secondary. Okay, so next, Nirasha Thamel. If I'm butchering any names, please let me know. I would feel really bad because my name's been butchered my whole life, so please let me know. She said, should I use glycolic acid before my moisturizer at night? Yes, I always say glycolic acid, or any chemical exfoliant for that matter, goes on fresh, clean, dry, bare skin right when you're out the shower. Dry your skin and put it on. Give it time to absorb and dry into your skin to where you can't really like feel it no more. Like your skin's back to feeling normal and dry, and then going with your moisturizer. That's also really important to do. It's really important to put on a moisturizer after your glycolic acid, just to kind of calm the skin back down. And it is an acid, it can kind of throw off that moisture, like, you know, barrier and just your balance. So yes, absolutely, glycolic acid first, let it dry and absorb to the skin, and then your moisturizer. Next we have Gisanji. They said, so you don't rinse it off after applying it with the cotton pad? No. Glycolic acid or any chemical exfoliants, I think actually that one was in the salicylic acid video. No, you do not rinse anything off. Let it fully absorb and dry into your skin. Next we have Nabi1117, and they said, do you put antiperspirant / deo after on armpits? Do you rinse at the morning? So no, I don't ever rinse my skin the next morning. Everything that I put on, by the time I wake up in the next morning, it's already absorbed in my skin. Like, it's dry, it's been absorbed, it's not like surface level anymore. It's already been penetrated into my skin. So there's nothing for me to rinse off. And yes, I do apply deodorant, but my deodorant doesn't come till after my moisturizer. So if we're just focusing on my underarms, it's I don't put salicylic acid down there, so only glycolic acid. But it's glycolic acid, let that dry. Moisturizer, let that dry. Sometimes oil, but not always, honestly. And then deodorant much after, once all of that is dry and it's kind of like already breathable again. Next we have Marissa Kills, and she said, can I use both at the same time? Meaning salicylic acid and glycolic acid. Absolutely not. That will definitely cause a chemical burn if you stack them. Now if you're using them at the same time within like your week, but not on the same day, if you give it like 24, 48 hours, 72 hours, if your skin is really sensitive, it might work. But if in one routine you're wanting to put on salicylic acid and then glycolic acid, that will absolutely irritate your skin, burn your skin. It'll just cause a chemical burn. They're both kind of too strong and active to be put together. Same way you can't put one of those actives, like a chemical exfoliant, with like a regular active like vitamin C or retinol. You can't put all those together, because the same reaction that glycolic acid and vitamin C will give you is the same reaction that glycolic acid and salicylic acid will give you. Okay, so next we have Kai, and she said, at what point would you suggest using body milk? Body milk being so thin yet still rich, I would put it as your first layer after water, of course. So once you whether you put your stuff on in the shower while you're still damp, or you dry off and then redampen your skin like I do, that would be the next step. I would be putting this before your moisturizer, before anything. Like, it'd be the first thing on my skin once I'm out of the shower, after water, of course, to prep the skin. Next, Ray said, how many times are you supposed to do this whole shower routine after shower routine a week? Is it an everyday type thing, or only like everything showers type thing? Everyone hates when I say this. Every day. I know, I'm crazy. I literally spend an hour every night in the bathroom within my shower and my after shower routine. Between showering itself already takes me some time, then my body care, my foot care, my skin care, my hair care, yeah, I'm in there for like an hour, sometimes an hour 15. You don't have to do this every single day, of course. This is just what I personally do every day, but you can, of course. But for everyone that does ask, yes, the routines that I post I do every single day. The only time it changes is on Fridays when I shave. My in-shower routine changes, and my after-shower routine changes when I'm shaving. So that's the only difference. Okay, and the last comment that's like a question is from Becca Boo Glows, and she said, how often do you exfoliate? Chemical exfoliants, I do my glycolic acid Monday, Wednesday, not Friday because I shave, so Saturday, and then my salicylic acid Tuesday and Thursday. And then I do exfoliate gently every day with my exfoliating gloves. They're like the last step in my shower. The only time that changes is when I shave. It's my first step to kind of exfoliate and prep the skin for shaving. So practically pretty much every day, pretty much. But I built my skin up to do that. I wasn't doing that always. I definitely built my skin up, and I've always had pretty soft, but like my skin is sensitive, but it's a little resilient. So I had to overcome dry and rough skin to get where I am now. So maybe that did build up my skin barrier or something. I've always had like a stronger skin barrier, but practically almost every single day I exfoliate. Okay, so now we're going on to comments that caught my attention or warmed my heart. And I want to start first with an Instagram comment. This is from _Lauren, and she said, I want to thank you. I have had KP legs and they are finally clear. I love hearing anyone tell me that they've overcome something in their skin that they've been struggling with. It just makes me so joyous. Like I love, especially something like KP, which can be really frustrating and hard to deal with. I had it in the past, like a pretty long time ago, and I did not even know what it was. Like I get it. So warms my heart. Very happy. Great job, Lauren. Wonderful job. Next we have Nala Kai, also on Instagram, and she said, your videos are so detailed, love them. Honestly, when I saw this comment, sometimes when I post videos, I'm like, I think I talk too much. I think I say too much. I think these videos are too long. Maybe I'm like too explanatory to where they drag a little bit. I feel like I talk a lot in my videos, and sometimes they're like really long to sit through. And like granted, everything I'm saying is really valuable, but I'm not like, when I'm explaining something, when I'm really trying to teach something, I'm gonna be thorough. I'm gonna give you every detail, every angle, everything I can say. So sometimes I may think that I'm like being too detailed, but I guess I'm overthinking that, because it's good to know that like people are well receptive to detailed videos. Like I'm kind of not taking into account like, hello, this is helping someone. Like next is one from YouTube. This is from Cindy MC Smith 1198. She said, you have changed my body's skin routine. I thought I was doing something, but when I added your input in, fire emoji. Yes, love to hear it. I am here for everyone that I've been helping. I can't wait till everyone's walking around looking like this, because they're watching my videos. Next is another comment, also from YouTube, and I've actually conversed with you quite a few times in the comments. Kathy M, I don't know, there's a number, Kathy M322. She said, I think I'm gonna get my legs, underarms, bikini wax. I'm also getting my teeth whitened too. Glow up for my last year of college before grad school. Also, guys, cheers, applaud to her. She's on her last year of grad school, which is a huge accomplishment. We all hope she does amazing things. But I love that comment because I just love hearing women speak on and just be so happy, excited, and just so joyous over pouring into themselves, doing self-care, like focusing on really developing in their beauty in themselves. Like I just love to hear women really growing and prospering and being happy and excited about it. Like I love it so much. This next one is also from YouTube. This one is from Carla Doll 6. She said, I love your skin beauty tips, especially the shaving tips. It helped my daughter and my skin. Thank you, beautiful. Those are the ones I mean. I love helping the mom and daughter. Like granted, no one count yourselves out. I love helping everyone, but I love helping the moms and daughters. I love those comments. I'm so happy for you and your daughter, Carla. I wish y'all the best, and I'm so happy to know that I'm helping and that we're all developing ourselves. Okay, so now this next one is back onto TikTok. This is from Becca. She said, just tried this and the after shower layering. I have never felt this soft. Adore you. Oh, I adore you. I adore you too, and I'm so happy to know that. Which sometimes I get worried. Like I'm like, I post a video with like a layering routine or like my product recommendations, then I'm like, I really hope these products work for everyone. I really hope like if someone were to take my video right now for like strip it, take every single thing I used here, use in the same order, like do exactly what I just did, I really hope this is gonna work for them in the way it works for me. Like I really am, every time I post a video I think about like, I really hope this is going to actually help someone positively, because I'm completely understanding in the sense that what works for me won't work for everyone. That's why usually in my videos I'll like talk about a product, but then like I'll have those snippets where I put like a bunch of products in the screen. I'll like search, like let's say I'm talking about like a hydrating body wash. I'll show the one that I use and I'll do a split screen where I'm putting like hydrating body wash for oily skin, hydrating body wash for acne skin. I'm trying to put everyone in so that everyone is able to like gain from this. But I love hearing people saying that they like literally took my video or my routine and it worked for them. Love to hear it. This next one is Jay Cleveland on TikTok, and I actually remember who you are. I also love seeing videos made where people are like doing their own routine or doing their own, like showcasing their own anything, and they somehow connect me to it. I love it. I love to see it. And I remember she did a video talking about like new products she's been using and like ways she's been layering things. Loved it. She said, "Thank you, I was so impressed with your routine. I found you via my For You page. You're amazing, and I have to admit, despite struggling with the different consistencies, my skin feels so smooth after just a week." A difference in your skin in a week is amazing. Skin can be a little stubborn sometimes, and it can take its time to really like change and develop itself. So kudos to you, Jay, and I hope that your routine as time goes on it gets better, it develops itself, and that your skin improves more and more. Okay, this next one was Juju, and I saved this one. Oh, and A and Juju. I saved this one because this is what I meant earlier when I see like people make funny comments, and I was too late to respond. Like they commented this so long ago, but it's like my foot care videos. So whenever I do foot care videos, I romanticize everything. Like I always want to be like prissy, perfect, cute. Like I want to be like a doll all the time. So when I'm doing my foot care, yes, my heel is arched up. Like I'm pretending like I'm literally in a movie right now. This is a deleted scene from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like what are you talking about? This is literally a deleted scene. It's just 4K because this scene was filmed in 2026 with a camera, a 4K camera. But yes, this is a scene from a movie, and I'm just a lost princess doing my foot care before bed. You know, my heels are like, and also I do put a lot of Aquaphor on my heels, and I do most of like the pumice stone there, so I put it back on the floor. Granted, now that I've become more aware of this, instead of like having the bare floor, I put a towel. I think in the newest foot care video I posted, there was like a towel under my feet that I've been using because I got tired of this, the floor being all sticky and greasy. But I do use a lot of stuff on my feet, so if I put like, if I just have like my toes on the floor, it's less getting stuck to my feet and less of like me putting products on the floor. If I put my heel down, that's when everything goes wrong. So I do keep my heels up, and if someone commented on the bare floor, like I said, I fixed that. Okay, I fixed it. There's a towel now. I put a towel on the floor now. But Juju commented, acting like the floor is lava. So the next comment is also from TikTok. This is from Solas. I don't know how you say that name, but I do like it. She said, "Your videos have been so helpful lately, and I can add to the testimony that the products you recommend definitely does work." Again, love to hear it. I love helping you all. I'm not sure where I helped you, but yeah, you did that. You look amazing, I'm sure of it. Nope, no need to doubt it. Then lastly, loved this one. This one is from Heather. She said, "My friend noticed my skin today. Thank you for making these videos. You've changed my life." It's one thing to work on your skin and for you to notice it, or even if you have someone really close to you and you ask them like, "Oh, how does my skin look? That's one thing. But for someone to just notice and tell you, it's a little bit heavier when someone else notices what you've been doing to your skin. Yes, wonderful. So happy for you. Okay, now we're moving on to a section with shout outs from my group chat, and I got one this week. I definitely think I posted it a little too late. I probably will start posting at the beginning of the month to give everyone a month to kind of add some notes. And if you're shy, don't be shy, please share your knowledge. Okay, we wanna look good too. Okay, so the one that I do have, I'm gonna leave it anonymous, but I did paraphrase it a little bit just so that I can say it all together a little bit quickly. So I wrote, "Anonymous states that when reducing odor in the summer, aluminum isn't everyone's enemy, and aluminum salts can reduce sweat by plugging the glands and preventing moisture, causing bacteria. Body odors are caused by bacteria." We talk about that. "Breaking down compounds in sweat, in essence, less sweat, less bacteria. Different antiperspirants contain different percentages of aluminum. I recommend All May Clear Gel Fragrance Free because it contains 25% aluminum compared to some which have about 16%. I hope you are all listening. Go ahead and take that and run with it. Let's all thank Anonymous. Okay, so now that we've been through all of those sections, it's time for personal updates that I've made in my routine. Starting off first with using the Cyclar. Let's do a backstory of how I even got that in my routine. So I went shopping this Saturday. I don't remember what I was looking for, but somehow I ended up in Sephora. I get so much stuff, not even so much, pretty much all of my stuff is some percentage from the drugstore, which is really primarily Target, mostly. Everything else that I get is things that are sent to me, PR, Korean things that I try. Like, there's not a single skincare product in my home that isn't Korean. So I don't really do much of like going out and shopping. I also am not one to just like buy a bunch of stuff. So if I have something that works, I'm not gonna buy something else just because it's popular. If I have like a body butter that works really well, but like this body butter is trending, I'm not gonna buy it because like the one I have works fine. Like I don't really, unless something like really interesting about it or something really like innovative about it, which in my personal opinion, there has been no new like super innovative stuff in body care in a long time. The most I would say of a new innovative sort of body care or just something like that is Naturium. And I say that because Naturium is really good at using different ingredients, chemicals, and nutrients in their stuff that's more accessible to people. Like in the past, you couldn't just find a wash or a moisturizer that had like salicylic acid in it, mandelic acid in it, glycolic. You'd have to get like prescribed that or something. So I would say that's like the closest I would. And then the new Precule brand, that too, like their stuff as well. But I was in Sephora and I saw a sign that was like body, and I was like, they have body care stuff in here? Like, what is that all about? So I'm like walking in, I see like there's this like moisturizer everyone wants me to try, the Jose Moran, something like that. It's like the white tube, like the red lid. I saw it, but again, I have so many moisturizers already. Like I don't need that right now. In the future, I will try it out of curiosity, but as of right now, there's nothing pulling me in that direction. Like there's nothing really like making me want to buy it. And that upon a number of other products, I saw that hand cream. Let me see, I forget what it's called. It's like that hand cream that comes in like the silver tube. The L'Occitane hand cream that's meant for like really hard, dry hands. Although it may not look like it, my whole life I've struggled with hard and dry hands. They're still pretty hard now. They've just only gotten a bit softer and smoother with the stuff that I'm using. I treat my hands like I treat the rest of my body. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is the cream everyone's talking about. In my opinion, the price point wasn't too bad. I know everyone says it's really expensive. In my opinion, it didn't look that expensive with the size of the bottle and what it's promising to do for my skin. So I was so excited to squeeze it out because I've seen how it comes out like a straight thing. It doesn't like break. So I was like, oh, good opportunity to like see that and try it. I'm sorry to anyone who uses it and loves it. Nothing special to me. Absolutely nothing special about that hand cream. And I was like, okay, see, this is why I don't buy stuff, because it's trending. Like, ridiculous. So when I was looking at that, right next to it, I see the Cyclar. I see the line. The first thing I saw was a glycolic acid body mist, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I use my salicylic acid as a mist. It might be cool to have my glycolic acid as a mist too, because I could always put that in a bottle, but I've heard there's other brands that are really good with glycolic acid too. This might be one of them. So I'm looking at it, I'm like reading the ingredients, reading it or whatever, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like my man is like showing me some other stuff. He's like, oh, like, does this look interesting? You know how boys are. I look back up and I see the body glaze, the bottle, like the display bottle, like the tester next to it. I'm like, what is this? So I look at it, I'm like, is this toner? Like, I'm like, what is this? Like, is this a skin and body line? So I'm reading it, the description, I'm like, essence. I'm like, okay, I've used essence for my face. Like, I've used essence on my facial skin. I didn't know this existed for your body. And it's milky and it's thin. Like, so I'm reading the ingredients and I asked I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. Like, this sounds like something I've never had something like this in my routine. I could use something to make my skin a little bit softer, hold my products better. I've definitely been needing something like that. So there was none on the shelf, which was another sign, like, okay, there's none on the shelf, but I never heard of this. this is why I don't buy stuff that trends, because the stuff that isn't trending, it's what's actually being used. So I also don't like products that there's too much of an abundance of. Like, there's no way this is a quality formula and y'all got 40 bottles sitting here. There's no way. And then when these 40 bottles run out tomorrow morning, there'll be 40 new ones. There's no way that's a quality formula. So I asked the man like if they have any like stored away in like the back or whatever it's called, and he goes, finds a bottle. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't remember how much it cost. I don't have an idea of what the price was. I just took the bottle, but I absolutely loved it. The first time I tried it, I did make the video and I complained about the packaging, because I said this before in my weekly vlogs. Of course, my main priority with the product is how good it functions, how good it works, what it does for my skin. That's obviously the main basis, the ingredients. But my very, very close second priority is how functional the packaging is. If I have a product and the packaging that it's in isn't functional with the product, I don't want to use it. Like, it's so difficult to use it, I'm gonna get frustrated. Someone did comment and tell me that I just had to squeeze the bottle instead of shake it, and I did that. When I saw the comment, I did it that night, and I was the problem. I was using the bottle wrong. Also, I used it on dry skin, thinking that I could replace the step of misting my skin, and that could be like a new way to mist my skin and prep it for moisturizer. Gliding it on felt like gliding on Elmer's glue. So granted, it still worked really good at helping my moisturizers and stuff stick, but I've gotten so accustomed to that really like wet feeling with my products. I can't, like, I've gotten so accustomed and like I enjoy feeling so hydrated like that. I can't go back. So the next day I did both things right. I squeezed instead of shaking, and it came out beautifully, perfect. Absolutely, I love it. I love that body essence, 10 out of 10. There's another brand everyone's telling me to try, but let me finish this bottle first. I did like a mist on my skin and then I applied it. Wonderful, amazing. It literally felt incredible. It felt like, it just didn't feel like Elmer's glue this time. It didn't feel like Elmer's glue. So new addition to my routine, love it. I'm using it every single day in the evening before my moisturizer, and I have shared the photo. That's how it makes my skin look. Okay, for our next update, let's talk about this whole Naturium Dr. Bronner's Ivory soap. So initially, when I started using the Naturium multi-peptide soap, because it was a fragrance-free deep cleaning soap, I mistakenly saw it more so as that, like a deep clean soap, instead of what it really is, which is like a skin renewing, skin health type of thing. So I was using it as my first soap, following, like, I just replaced the Dr. Bronner's. So I would go Dr. Bronner's Ivory, and then was a shower gel, now it's shower oil. So I replaced the Dr. Bronner's to where it was Naturium Ivory shower oil. It was not cleaning my skin. And then another thing too is it's one of those soaps where the stuff that's in it is meant to kind of stay on your skin. So if I'm using that first and then using Ivory to clean my skin, I'm gonna clean that stuff off, so it's like a waste of me putting it on. So I wasn't really getting any benefits out of the soap, and I was like, I know I can't be the problem, because the one time I showered using only this, it felt really good on my skin, like when I did the collab. So after some time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna use my Ivory as like my first cleanse to really cleanse my skin, and then the Naturium, see if that's better. Way better. The Ivory is actually cleaning my skin, and the Naturium is actually bringing some health and some vibrancy to my skin, smoothing it out a bit. And then following that with the Naturium Glow Getter with my exfoliating gloves, yeah, working wonders for my skin. So I do think I am gonna get my Dr. Bronner's back, but then it's like, where's the Ivory gonna go? I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I do miss how clean I would feel with my Dr. Bronner's, but I also do love Ivory. I don't know, I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do there with that. And then the only other thing that I've changed in my shower is also, now instead of a shower gel, I'm using a shower oil. I am gonna definitely experiment and try with more oils in like coming time, but right now I'm using that Naturium Glow Getter. I know that's not so much of a shower oil because it's an oil to foam wash, but it serves for me as a pretty good shower oil. Like I said, in the future I'll try other ones, but for right now that one is wonders for my skin. Okay, my skin feels the way that my skin would feel before, when it was the moisturizers on and the oil without the shower gel. shower oil and the Naturium is how my skin feels now when it's dry, if that makes sense. And the last thing I did mention earlier, I am using my body balm on the harsh parts of my skin every single day now. So I put it on my shoulders, elbows, knees, and then I use the excess, put it on my back, and then some on my stomach, just because, like, why not? Definitely have been enjoying using that every day, especially now with using like the chemical exfoliants in those areas. Kind of, it's like breaking them down to where they already need extra moisture because they're too hard and too thick of skin to kind of retain and hold moisture themselves, to where they already need that extra helping hand. But me stripping them is making it even like harder for them to maintain moisture. So using that extra like really thick moisture balm every day is doing great for keeping them clear, healthy, plump, vibrant. And now for this last part, let's go over 5 top tips for me to leave you with in this video. And in all of these, I think I've explained them pretty well throughout the video, so I'm just gonna list them. Number 1, when you have a chemical exfoliant active in your routine, you should also have a sunscreen or SPF active as well. Number 2, it's summer, it's hot, we're sweating, there's lots of bacteria, there's lots of humidity in the air. Find your ideal, perfect, deep cleanse in the shower for your skin. Like a really good soap that's gonna be really good at deeply cleaning and cleansing your skin for the summer. Hence, in the spring, I'm getting away with the ivory, but when the summer comes and I'm like outside more, sweating more, I'm gonna need to return back to my Dr. Bronner's. Next, find your ideal sunscreen, and that applies to both your face and body. For body, I'm using the Banana Boat Spray 100 SPF on days that I'm like really outside. These I'm not that outside too much, and I can like leverage. I don't really need that much SPF, so I can get away with using a lighter one. I use a fragrance one. Right now I'm using the one from Bath & Body Works. Let me know, I don't know too many other body sunscreens. I grew up my whole life using only Banana Boat. So let me know other sunscreens. For my skin, I use Beauty of Joseon in the morning, and then at midday reapplying I use Anua. Number 4, pick your form of hair removal and stick to it. It's summer, so whatever form of hair removal you're doing, you need to be really consistent because all the imperfections in your routine are gonna showcase the most now. So you definitely want to stick something you're really good at and you have time to really maintain and be super consistent with. For me, that's shaving. It's all I know. It's what I'm good at, and it's what I can maintain and do every single week, and I don't have to rely on anything, just as long as I have a razor and soap. And lastly, stay healthy and hydrated, of course, because how your body is on the inside is always going to reflect on the outside. If you're not eating healthy, you're not hydrated, you're not taking care of your gut health, you're not filling your body with antioxidants, with anything healthy, it's going to show in that skin, no matter how much cleaning and moisturizing and oil you put on. If you've enjoyed this conversation, you want to hear more of my voice, definitely go ahead and watch this week's previous upload, Hot Girl Hygiene episode 2, which breaks down physically versus chemically exfoliating and just exfoliating in general for soft summer skin. And there are 16 more parts to the Hot Girl Hygiene series. I do post a new episode every single week on Thursdays at 6 p.m. I upload a weekly vlog every Sunday at 12 p.m. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're new here or if you've already been here and just love watching the weekly vlogs. But that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you were any of the comments, messages, or anything that I mentioned or shouted out in this video, definitely let me know in the comments, especially if you're traveling here from TikTok. Like if you were a TikTok and Instagram comment and you're traveling here from another platform. But again, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!